What's going on, guys? It's Kristen Joelle.
Hi, guys.
We're back for more. We've got fat talk today. Good fats and kind of some bad fats. And, what do we do with them? How can we eat them? How much should I eat? So we've been talking about calories and stuff like that with carbs and protein and how much we should be getting. So we've gone over all those numbers. Your fats, depending on your goals, the secret number is going to just depend on that, your goal. So what are you aiming for, your body, your activity level, things like that. The lowest side of things for percentage-wise of those calories that you're taking in each day would be about 25%. It's probably as low as we would recommend you going for the type of work that we do, the exercises we're doing, the level of intensity that we perform during camps, and then all the way up to 35. Some people may be slightly higher than that, but in that range. So you would take your calories that you're taking in each day, multiply them by 0.25, 0.3, 0.35, depending on, your goals, things like that. With that, understanding that how many calories are in a single gram of fat is super important because it's double plus some than the carbohydrates and the protein that you're taking in, right? So a gram of protein is 4 calories. A gram of fat is going to be 9. So carbs are the same as protein. 1 gram is 4 calories. Fat is much higher. So that's why when you're looking at your numbers, we said this in the last video during the focus meeting, you'll see that your fat numbers are usually way, way, way lower than your carbs and your protein. All right. That being said, when we digest fats, we also don't have to use as much energy to digest a fat as we do carbs and protein. And that was a talk we did back in the focus meeting a couple weeks ago or 2 weeks ago. So like taking 100 calories of protein, carbs, and fat, protein and carbs are going to be burned with more energy being used, meaning you need to use 27 to 23 calories just to digest, whereas fat, it takes a whopping 3. So it'll be broken down much easier, meaning we don't burn as many calories to digest it. So Krista's going to go ahead and tell you about the types that we have of fats.
Yeah, I'll make it short and sweet. 3 types: unsaturated, saturated, and trans. So unsaturated would be foods like your fish, olives, avocados, all about the healthy heart with those fats. Saturated fats are more of your meats, dairy. They're good for raising up that higher cholesterol level. And then your trans fats are more of your processed food, think cookies, stuff like that, more processed. So we can go over kind of a list of the healthier ones to try to really zone in on. And then just like the obvious ones to try to stay away from. It doesn't mean don't have them. It just means try to limit them a little bit. But fats, and I know you said this briefly, but just so you know some of the things that fats do for us. I mean, it's important for health. It's important for weight loss. A lot of times you hear like low fat diet. It's actually super important for weight loss. And then we also, fats help absorb vitamins. They fuel the body. Store energy is the main thing, and hormones, just balancing hormones, producing hormones. So those are some really important things to pay attention to when you're having the fats. So I know you have a great list to go down.
Yeah, and those omega-3s too. So anytime you think about salmon, omega-3s, so fish, great for that. So good fats would be your avocado, your olive oil, your egg yolks. So, you always talk about egg whites, but the yolk is important. That good fat is right in that yolk. Obviously, don't overdo it with the yolk because it is very dense in fat, but mixing in one egg white to maybe 3, or 1 egg yolk to maybe 3 egg whites is great for a breakfast. Coconut oil, nut butters, nuts themselves, fish, like we said. And then the negative ones, the bad ones that we want to kind of limit are those processed fats, the butter, the fried foods. You might think, okay, this fried chicken's a lot of breaded chicken, so it's mostly carbs. There's a lot of fat in there as well. And then canola oil is one that's just the oil we put in brownies. It's good old, what do they got? We talk about with canola oil, there's an ingredient in there that we strongly stay away from, and I'm missing it in my mind right now, but those are all kind of ones you want to limit, stay away from. And there's plenty of options for higher, better fats for you. Fish oil is great. There's tons of capsules for fish oil, and all that kind of stuff. So that kind of gives you a basis of how much to take in, what to look for, where to look for it, and what fats are and what they do for us.
Yep. So I think the best thing to do is, since we've been working on tracking and really zoning in on protein and carbs, it's now time this week to just take a look at where your fats line up. I know we brought up other things like fiber, sodium, and stuff like that, but really zone in on the fats, see where it's at. It'll be interesting to hear from you guys on Thursday, some of the questions that you're going to come with just regarding this. And we're going to go over more things on Thursday as well, but just try to track it. Don't stress out about it, obviously. Just see where you are Monday, today, Tuesday, and then slightly try to make some changes so you can stay within your calculated macros that we've given you during your focus meetings.
And that's a wrap. We'll see you guys on Thursday at 9:30. See ya.
Bye, guys.